first real taste of the 12s in a regular season game. What was it like getting to rush off the edge with the noise they were bringing tonight?
It was sensational, man. Just you hear about it all the time, but to experience it for yourself is something different. And that crowd went amazing today. They did great for us. They really helped us out there, and we appreciate them so much.
How much did that help you in particular getting off the ball? And it seemed like you beat Denver out of the snap.
Yeah, when the crowd is that noisy, the offense has to go to a silent count. And you're kind of watching the center. Certain centers, they have like certain motions that they do, and this center was always leaning and doing different things. So I was able to get a jump on that.
Is that what happened on the goal line plays?
Yeah. Yep.
What was sort of the attitude? I mean, on all those goal line plays, you guys obviously got stop after stop there.
Mm-hmm. What was your question?
What was sort of the attitude going into those? I mean, as you were facing the fourth down and the third down, stuff like that.
Yeah. If you give us a blade of grass, we're going to protect it. That was our mindset. Going down there, anytime you got backed up, you're in the red zone, you got to nut up. That's where big boys put on their big shoulder pads and they go to work. And that's what we did today. And defense was able to force 2 turnovers down there and recover the ball. So that's huge. And, that's what we're going to keep emphasizing throughout practice, throughout the season, and we're going to keep doing it.
So 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, I think a pass defense, forced fumble. Is that about as ideal a game as you can imagine?
It was only 1 sack? I thought I had 2.
It was pass on scrimmage, I think.
Was it?
I think so.
Damn. I gotta dispute that one. We'll get back to that one. Yeah, but just come out here and try to do my part. They brought me here for a reason. I kind of feel like I was, not perceived as the player I think I am, and I have to go out there and show it. As many times as I have to do it, I'll do it. And to be able to do it in a place like this, with the crowd, behind you like that is surreal, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Were you surprised at all they went for the field goal there at the end, or what were you thinking as that fourth down was coming up?
I honestly didn't know what was going on. It was so chaotic. I was so tired, and then once they brought out that field goal, I was like, okay. Because Russ is a dangerous person, especially in short yardage, he can make a lot of things happen. So when they brought him out, took him out the game, brought the field goal, I was like, okay, maybe they don't trust him in that situation, but I'm grateful for the way it ended.
I think you guys finished with 8 quarterback hits tonight. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little about how you were able to get pressure on him, and I guess was it a little more special just as a Seahawk going up against the quarterback you guys are going up against?
Yeah, it was part of the game plan. Russell's an electric, dynamic quarterback, especially when it's rolling to his right. So, it's going to the game plan. We had to limit him in that circumstance. And, with the guys we got in our defensive line room and the linebackers blitzing, we got some special guys that can get up to the quarterback, and that's what we displayed tonight.
I don't know how much in the chaos of a play you can see what individual guys are doing, but the play Al Woods made on your forced fumble where you just kind of collapsed the middle.
Yeah.
He didn't always get credit for the dirty work in the middle.
Oh, yeah, man. Big Al. I got to take care of him when we get back to the facility tomorrow. But, guys like that, that don't show up on the stat sheets are the ones you got to appreciate the most, because if it wasn't for his penetration, who knows what would have happened, So, credit to Big Al on that play, and I'll make sure to, take care of him and congratulate him for that one.
A lot of people have written off the Seahawks as the last place team going into this year. You think you guys made any kind of statement tonight?
Absolutely. We don't listen to the outside noise. We go in there and play Seahawks football. You guys know what that is. There's a standard that comes with this. So anytime we step on that field, strap up that helmet in front of them 12s, we try to do our part and play Seahawks defense.
Good.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Uchenna.